with my birthday Friday, I decided to do something a little bit different. This video is going to be some of my biggest accomplishments, some of my biggest failures, and, some of the biggest, things I've been through. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, give it a big thumbs up and comment and subscribe if you haven't. So the first thing I've accomplished was going back to school and getting my GED. I did quit school when I was probably 16 or 17. I've been skipping because the school that I went to wasn't a good school, and I was I was getting threatened almost every day. So I was skipping school, and then I got caught, and I just ended up quitting. But I did go back and get my GED, so that's the first accomplishment. The second big thing that I've done in my life was having my daughter. People ask me from time to time, if you knew the outcome would be the same, would you still, have your little girl? And the answer is yes. Even if I knew then what I know now, I would still have her, because even though I didn't have her for that long, I had her, long enough for me to fall madly in love with her, and she's left an impression on me that will stay with me for the rest of my life. The third thing is, I spoke to my half-brother and my half-sister. The last time I'd seen my sister had been probably, last time I seen her, I was 13 years old. And I recently saw her again, maybe 2 years ago, maybe. And I had a bunch of things that I wanted to say to her, but unfortunately I didn't get to say any of it. But I feel like, seeing her again was a big step. So the fourth thing would be talking to my half-brother. I actually added him on Facebook. We exchanged numbers. We talked on the phone. And I learned a little bit about, why, he hadn't spoken to us in a while, and what had happened to him, what he'd been going through. And I feel like, my dad would have been proud of me for making that step. Because, he always wanted us to, be a family again. The next thing might not be that big of an accomplishment for most people given my age, but it took me a long time to get my license. I had my permit for a good 5 or 6 years because I just couldn't afford the insurance. So when I got my license, it was a big deal. Probably as big of a deal as it would be for someone who, was 16 and just getting their license. I was in the room when my daughter died. I also had my sister and my mother there. And my mother was the one that held her. I wasn't sure if I could handle it, and I'm still not sure I made the right decision, because, I think about that moment a lot. And, but I was there when she was brought into the world, and I was also there when she left the world. I was pretty much the one that had to decide to take my mom off of the machines that were keeping her alive. Didn't really have, the money to bury her, because, she had insurance, but the funeral director told me I wouldn't get nothing for, from her insurance. So we had to have her cremated. But I'm kind of glad I did, because now, I carry her with me. Everywhere I go, she's with me. I was also in the room when my father passed away. He was with hospice, so he was actually at home when he passed away. And I was in the room when it happened, as well as my mother and my grandmother and my uncle. I also watched my grandfathers die. And, people sometimes wonder, is it the right decision? Could I handle it? And, it's hard, but, being there with them when they take their last breath on earth and their first breath in heaven is a really amazing feeling. You realize that they're not in pain anymore, that they're healed or whatever was, wrong with them, and everything's perfect again. I wasn't there when either one of my grandmothers passed away. My grandmother Layla, which is my mom's mom, and that's who my daughter was named after. When I got pregnant, my grandfather didn't want me to tell her at first, because he wasn't sure how she would handle it. So I didn't go see her for a while, and I regret it now because those are times that I could have had with her that I could never get back now. Some of the best things in my life right now call me Aunt Chrissy, and that is Hobie, Dylan, Ethan, Billy, Josiah, Kenny, Shelly, Colin, Liam, Nirvana, Addison. I hope I'm not missing anybody. They're some of the best things in my life right now. I'm extremely proud of all of them. They all grew up to be some of the best men and women that I have ever had the pleasure of meeting in my entire life, and I love them all very much. And I knew I was going to forget somebody. Brittany, Christy, and Gunnar. Even though I don't get to see them like I want to. Incredible, women that I've ever met, and I'm very proud to be a member of their family. And I knew I was going to forget somebody. Brittany, Christy, and Gunnar. Even though I don't get to see them like I want to. Hint, hint, come around, guys. I love them with all my heart, and like I said, they're some of the most incredible, women that I've ever met, and I'm very proud to be a member of their family. There are 3 more people that I have to mention in this video. My sister Carrie, my sister April, and my sister Tanya. We might not always see eye to eye on everything, and we do fight at times, but I know that when I really need somebody, they're going to be there for me. They're 3 of the strongest women I have ever met, and that is not a lie. My sister Tanya and Carrie both lost children, and my sister April, her firstborn was, premature, and she's basically raised him by herself, and she's done a phenomenal job, and now she has a little boy named Josiah. My sister Carrie, she's raised 2 kids. Nah, Shelly and Kenny are awesome. And now she's raising a little boy named Colin by herself, and that's incredible. And I have to say one more thing about Tanya. She's currently working 2 jobs. On Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays usually, she works at McDonald's too. So Monday and Thursday she will work from 6 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. sometimes, and then turn around and go to McDonald's and work from 6 to 11. Just to help her husband out and help, pay bills and ensure that her children have a good Christmas. She's incredible. I love you guys. One of my biggest struggles has really been my weight. It's been a struggle for me my entire life. I was doing good and had lost quite a bit, and then we quit going to the gym, and we started drinking regular drinks and just, things that we shouldn't be doing. But now I'm back on the right track. I didn't gain it overnight, and I'm not going to lose it overnight. But, I'm just glad that I'm finally back on the right track, and hopefully I can get to the point where I want to be. Not for anybody else, and not even for looks, but because I want to be around when my nieces and nephews get older, and I want to see them grow up and have families and get married and, all that stuff. So this is why I'm doing it. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the way my life is, turned out. It's hard to believe I'm going to be 39 years old. When I was younger, I never thought I'd make it to 21, People always want to turn 13 because you're a teenager. And then it's 16, and then it's 18, and then it's 21. And after you turn 21, there's nothing like no real age that you have to look forward to. You don't hear people say, ooh, I'm going to be 39, But every year that I get to live, you know, with my family and stuff, you know, I'm happy. You know, that's another year that I get to spend with them because we don't know how long we have on this earth. You know, tomorrow. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. Leave me lots of love because, you know, that'd be a good birthday present for me. Trying to reach our goal of 1,000 by Friday. Probably won't happen, but as close as we can get. We love you guys. Subscribe if you haven't. We would love to have you as a part of our family. And I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye, guys. Also, to my nieces and nephews, I want to add Matthew and Bonnie McCoy. We met Matthew because he's one of my nephew's best friends, and he's a part of our family. He's my adopted nephew, just like I consider Bonnie my adopted niece. Love both of them to death, although I don't get to see them as much as I want to. But I'm very proud of both of them, and I love them very, very much.